going on, everyone? It's Aseel Soueid, and in this video I'm going to be showing you all the top 3 cutting meals in order to lose fat, get lean, get ripped, and get shredded and get into the best shape of your life. Now, these 3 cutting meals are going to be extremely simple, effective, flexible, enjoyable, and budget friendly. But before I show you all these 3 meals, I want to show you all exactly what foods and ingredients are needed for these top 3 cutting meals. So I'm gonna go ahead, hop in the car, and head to the grocery store. All right, so I've just arrived at the grocery store, and for me, that grocery store of choice is going to be Walmart. It is extremely cheap and very budget friendly, and we can buy all the foods that we're gonna need in bulk. So anyways, guys, I am going to show you all of the foods and ingredients needed for these top 3 cutting meals for this cutting diet. So all you need to do is get yourself a pen and paper and just simply sit back, relax, and just follow the entire video from start to finish, because I'm going to be showing you guys again exactly what's needed for all 3 of these meals, step by step, meal by meal. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started with meal number 1. So we are going to start shopping for meal number 1, and first up on the shopping list are going to be some whole eggs and some egg whites. So we're gonna keep it very budget friendly today. You guys are gonna notice all of these foods that I'm going to show you all are going to be extremely simple and extremely cheap. And in order to be cost effective, we're gonna knock out 2 birds in 1 stone. So we're gonna get whole eggs and egg whites with these cheap eggs. All right, so next up on the list is going to be some light sour cream. All right, so next up on the list for meal number 1 is going to be some 2% sharp cheddar cheese. Now you wanna make sure you shop for 2% just because we're gonna keep it a little bit more low fat for meal number 1. Okay, so next up on the grocery list for meal number 1 is going to be some chunky salsa. Now feel free to get medium, to get mild, to get spicy, whatever you personally like. I personally like some chunky salsa. All right, so next up on the shopping list for meal number 1 is going to be some yellow corn tortillas. All right, so next up we're gonna go ahead and pick up our vegetables for meal number 1, and the first one is going to be some shredded lettuce. All right, so next up on the list are going to be some onions. Okay guys, next up we have got some avocados for meal number 1 in this top 3 cutting meals. All right guys, so the last and final item needed for meal number 1 are going to be some sweet peppers. Anyways, let's go ahead, throw this in the cart, and move on to the ingredients needed for meal number 2 in this cutting diet. All right guys, so first ingredient we are gonna pick up for meal number 2 is going to be some 93.7 lean ground turkey. Now just a quick tip here, the reason why I'm getting ground turkey over ground beef, just because A, it is actually a lot cheaper to get ground turkey versus ground beef, and B, it's a lot easier and quicker to cook because it is not as greasy and watery. So it's just a lot easier to handle. Just a quick tip there, you can get whatever you prefer, but I prefer ground turkey. Okay, so the second ingredient needed for meal number 2 in the shopping list is going to be some jasmine rice. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the 90-second ready in a bag just because it's a lot more convenient for me. All right, so this is going to be the last and final ingredient needed for meal number 2 in this cutting diet, and that is going to be some no salt added black beans. Now make sure you get no salt added, guys. This is extremely important because usually canned foods, especially beans, are filled with sodium, but luckily we've only got 10 milligrams in here, so no salt added, good to go. All right, so we have just picked up the first ingredient needed for meal number 3 in this cutting diet, which is going to be some boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now, top secret tip here, in order to shop as budget friendly as possible and make this diet as cheap as possible, number 1, you wanna make sure you buy your proteins in bulk. It's just gonna be as cost effective as possible for you. And number 2 is going to be just make sure you buy the store brand. Again, if you're looking to get your foods as cheap as possible, these 2 things are gonna help you save a whole lot of money in the long run. Anyways, guys, if you enjoy these top secret tips I like to sneak in my cutting videos, just be sure to give this video a like right now. I would genuinely appreciate it, and I'll keep sneaking in more. Anyways, let's go ahead and throw this in the shopping cart. All right, so we are now going to pick up the vegetable needed for meal number 3, which is going to be some steamable broccoli. Quick little tip here, guys. I like getting it in a bag because it's so much quicker than boiling broccoli in the pot. Just gonna be a lot more convenient. So I have just got back from the grocery store, and before I lay out all the foods needed for meals 1 through 3 and show you all exactly how to make the top 3 cutting meals, I want to quickly break down the price of all of these groceries. So I'm going to show you all the total. So let's go ahead and pull out the receipt. This is going to be extremely shocking, guys. All right, are you ready? So the total price for all of these groceries is $31.27. That is extremely cheap and budget friendly, guys. Keep in mind that all of these groceries are gonna last you for at least a few days for these top 3 cutting meals that I'm about to show you all. So again, this is going to consist of very simple foods, very cost-effective foods, and it's just gonna overall be a budget friendly diet. Anyways, let's go ahead, get started with these top 3 cutting meals and get to cooking. So I just got done preparing meal number 1 out of 3, and this is one of my favorite cutting meals out there. It is absolutely delicious, but what we have going on are some breakfast tacos. So what we prepared are 4 yellow corn tortillas, and we've got 6 egg whites, 2 whole eggs in there, and then we also have a cup of shredded lettuce, and then we also cooked up 85 grams of sweet peppers, 50 grams of onions, put that on top, and then we also have 14 grams of 2% shredded cheddar cheese. We also got 50 grams of avocado, and then we also put on top 2 tablespoons of the low-fat sour cream and 2 tablespoons of salsa. So again, guys, you need to give this cutting meal a try. It is absolutely delicious. I know you'll fall in love with it after first bite, but check it out. The total calories and macronutrients in meal number 1 is going to consist of 641 calories, coming from 61 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, and 44 grams of protein. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the first meal out of my top 3 cutting meals. Let's go ahead and move on with the diet. So I've just got done preparing meal number 2 out of 3 in this cutting diet, and we are gonna call this one the homemade Chipotle bowl. So check it out, guys. What we have in this massive bowl is 100 grams of jasmine rice. We have 120 grams of the black beans. Then we've also got 6 ounces of the cooked 93.7 lean ground turkey. And then we went ahead and threw in a cup and a half of shredded lettuce, 2 tablespoons of the low-fat sour cream, and then 2 tablespoons of salsa as well. So this, again, is one of my favorite cutting meals out there just because it is extremely filling. I mean, look at how big this is, guys. So for the amount of calories you're getting a whole lot of volume. And also, it's super flexible and fun because, again, it's a homemade Chipotle bowl. Who doesn't like that? But the total calories and macros in meal number 2 is gonna consist of 651 calories coming from 55 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, and 60 grams of protein. So it's extremely well balanced here. It's gonna fill you up. Be sure to give this one a try. So I've got meal number 3, which is going to be the last and final meal in my top 3 cutting meals. So check it out. We have got 8 ounces of cooked chicken breast, 200 grams of cooked sweet potato. We got 2 servings of broccoli and 14 grams of cheese on top. So some cheesy broccoli. And then we also have 60 grams of avocado. Anyways, guys, the total calories and macros in meal number 3 is going to consist of 696 calories coming from 50 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat, 69 grams of protein. And that is going to be one heck of a balanced meal. This is one of my personal favorites when I really feel like filling up. And again, you're gonna notice all 3 of the meals that I've shown you all, it really consists of a very flexible diet. You get a lot of things you're gonna crave normally with the tacos and the homemade Chipotle bowl, and then you also get a lot of balance with just a simple, you know, typical meal when it comes to bodybuilding and building muscle. But anyways, guys, I really hope you all enjoyed this. I showed you guys exactly how to shop for these meals, exactly how to cook these top 3 cutting meals. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lay them all out and tell you guys the total caloric and macronutrient intake for these 3 meals in case you choose to follow the entire meals as a diet plan. So we've got the top 3 cutting meals all prepared and laid out. And if you were to follow this as a complete diet plan, then the total calories and macronutrients of all 3 meals together is going to consist of 1,983 calories coming from 165 grams of carbs, 65 grams of fat, and 175 grams of protein. Anyways, guys, I really hope this video helped you all out. I hope it gave you a great sense of direction on exactly what you could be eating in order to get into the most ripped, shredded, and lean physique of your entire life. Now, if you do personally want to work with me, you want me to personally create you your own meal plans and your own diet plans with foods that you personally enjoy and foods that are accessible to you every single day, and I create you multiple diet plans and meal plans, and just be sure to click that first link in the description box down below. Or if you want to take things to the next level, maybe you want me to online coach you, we can interact on a one-on-one level, and I personally help you get into the best shape of your life. Just be sure to check out my website. All my online training services are there, and while limited client spots are available, I would love to personally work with you. And also, I figured so many of you guys would love to see this entire 3 cutting meals and diet plan in a PDF downloadable form, just so you can visually look at it. Maybe you want to give it a follow, maybe you want to go to the grocery store and see exactly what foods you need so it's easy for you to look at. Then be sure to click that second link in the description box down below. I will send you an email containing the entire 3 top cutting meals so you guys can have it and take a look at it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more free diet plans and more cutting meal plans, and in general, more cutting meal recipe videos, be sure to just simply give this video a like right now and share it with a buddy too if you really did enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe if you are new to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also follow me on Instagram at Aseel Soueid. Slide into my DMs and say what's up. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see every single one of you in the next video.